Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Chelsea Road to Glory video. This is part 2 of the Team of the Year. And if you notice, just on the time that we have actually like 20-something minutes worth of content. And if you enjoyed the first one, I know it was a bit short because of the amount of stuff that I managed to record and all that stuff. Please leave a like on the video, and hopefully this one is 10 times better just because we have so much to go through. There's so many positive players that we got from this video, from the recordings that we did actually. So just a little bit of a breakdown. For the first video, we had 3 recording sessions. They were very short because they weren't I didn't want to commit fully yet because it turned out that Team of the Year icons would be put back into packs. So I also wanted to wait for that section before I opened my big packs, just because, you know, we have the Team of the Year Czech, we have Team of the Year Zola, and we have the Team of the Year Essien, and I wanted to see if there was a chance at getting those in any of our big packs. So we did hold off a lot of that stuff into this second round here that you're seeing. So for these recording sessions, we had a 2-parter that lasted about 4.5 hours, and then another 3-hour session. Our second recording was like 20 minutes. Our third recording was about 2.5 hours, and then our final recording was 2 hours, and that was on like the Thursday night. I was just like, you know what, just full send, put everything in that I can within the amount of time that I can, you know, sit here and record and do that straight. So for that first video, that's about 6.5 hours of recording condensed down as small as possible, you know, ignoring the packs that have like 85 rated players and below. And this recording, or this video I should say, is condensed down from about 12 hours worth of recording, which is not a lot in hindsight for a Team of the Year. You know, you have streamers that were streaming every day for 10 plus hours during Team of the Year, and that was like from the start, you know, when they were individually in packs, and then when they were put together in packs, and then the two teams of icons that were in packs, you know. So they probably have like 10 times the amount that I put in, but you know, 12 hours for us was a good amount that I felt like we achieved enough to where, you know, we can move on from this promo. You will see a good amount of store packs because I was also working on GULLIT. I did not want to leave him to luck. You know, there were a lot of packs that were like, oh, you know, 80 plus or 85 plus and stuff like that. I wanted to open those packs just so that I can complete GULLIT, and then we have you know, end up having him in the club, which is one of the best cards I've used from all the stuff we've had in Team of the Year. Obviously, Ashley Cole, we completed for the squad. I think it is in this video where we finally finished off N'Golo Kante, I think, or it was in the last video. It was one of them. But you know, Kante, he's a really good super sub for us in FUT Champs, which I am currently working on as we speak. I need 9 wins to get the red Evo, which I do have a plan on who it will be, but I'm gonna leave that for the next video, since, you know, that's far in advance. For right now, we're stuck in that Team of the Year zone. We're looking out. You'll probably see one of the most controversial moments on this channel with a Team of the Year, because we did pack a Team of the Year, probably one of the most desirable, I would say, you know, because she's a really good card. And you know, if you can tell by the tone of my voice, it isn't Sam Kerr or Millie Bright. It is a female player. It is a Team of the Year, and you know, you're gonna see how committed I am just to this Chelsea Road to Glory as we get Inform Lauren James, which, you know, I was hoping we would get at some point. I think I missed in the editing process that we actually got her from the Team of the Week pack player pick, which is why she didn't appear on that pack in the front, because I think we had her like maybe 3 or 4 times once we got her that one time, which, you know, EA and their dupe theory is just crazy. How you pack that card once, you keep it in the club, you're gonna get it again and again and again. So Hummels and Sebastian Haller, they were like the two most common cards that I was packing consistently, even when I was doing prime upgrades, which is outrageous how that was happening. And here we got a double Chelsea walkout, which I always love seeing this. And Nkunku and Reiten, they're probably the two best cards, I would say, from the normal gold cards. I think Nkunku might have fallen off a little bit, but Reiten, she's just up there. It's incredible how she hasn't had a promo card yet. And what do we get here? We got Parejo as the first walkout. Second walkout was Lawrence, another Chelsea female player, and I love that she's a walkout. She's actually one of my favorite right backs. If Reece James didn't have such a good card in this game, I think she would be like my absolute number one favorite right back. It's sad we still don't have Ivanovic in the game, but maybe sometime down the line he'll get a hero item or something, because I think that's about as best as he could get in this game. And here we got another two huge walkouts. Every single walkout that was above 80, 88 or 87, was just fueling more fodder into GULLIT, because that was the one card I did want to finish off, even if we didn't get a team of the year during this whole process. And here's one of the store packs. We get a goalkeeper, Van der Sar. Every card that isn't related to Chelsea is basically just fodder. So getting him, getting Lineker, those guys just went into either exchanges or they went into the GULLIT SBC when I had the opportunity to complete those SBC segments. We get Neymar there too, which is kind of nice. And here we finish off N'Golo Kante, which is, like I said before in the video, one of my favorites to come off the bench because of chemistry reasons. We didn't pack the radioactive one, so he kind of can't start on full chem. But this guy, he's just everywhere, man. He is outrageously good in that DM role for us in FUT Champs. We don't really use the main team for rivals just because I feel like it's such a good team. It's too good to like go into rivals with. This team is outrageously good. So I like to keep their stats relevant to FUT Champions. And here we get Veron, who was one of the cards we didn't get during the promo. So it's nice to have now, but obviously he's not good enough to start anywhere in the midfield, unlike previously. So that is what it is for him. Here we get another blue walkout. Obviously not going to be team of the year. It's going to be a team of the year nominee. I think one of the funny things that I was seeing around Twitter was people couldn't tell if it was a team of the year or a team of the year nominee, or honorable mentions, I should say. I'm sorry. And I think one of the main things was that the text color, if you saw it as gray or white, that it was a honorable mentions, but if you saw it as gold, then that was in the fact a team of the year. And you see that background change. I mean, like, it's incredible what that walkout looks like on console. And here we are. We got the 95 rated center back team of the year, Renard. And I never tried her in game. I didn't put her in anything like in terms of gameplay. I didn't try her out. I don't know how she is. I've only experienced playing against her, and I can tell you she's pretty good with some of the aerials. Sometimes on corners she's pretty good. I would say defensively she's all right. She definitely does not edge out Van Dijk whatsoever. And here we got one of my favorite subs off the bench. I know Musiala's kind of like a stretch along with Declan Rice, but he did play for the academy at some point in his life, so we will count that for us. And you can actually find images online of him in the Chelsea shirt from such a long time ago. So you know, he still counts. His card is phenomenal in game as a super sub. Like I really love his dribbling. And here we got another team of the year. I was kind of hoping this was another a different Prem one. Obviously Erps, however you say that, I'm sorry. You know, she is nothing but fodder really in terms of like us as how we run this how we run the Road to Glory. But to everybody else, you know, maybe they use her in games and whatnot. And here we have Reiten again, and you know, it's I love seeing her every time we pack her, because it's always 88 rated, it's always high, you know, we can always use her in something. And here is probably the most controversial thing. I will timestamp this for everybody to see, but you know, we are committed to Chelsea here. We are not saving anything unrelated in this account at all at the end of the day. So using those two to finish one of the squats for GULLIT, you know, that's the lengths we will go for this account. There's nothing that can, you know, stop me from doing that. There's no amount, even if it was Messi, even if it was Mbappe, you know, those guys are literally getting into that GULLIT SBC. So unfortunately for the two team of the years that we packed, they did go, they were gone. I don't have them anymore. You saw them go into the SBC. There's nothing that you can do or that I can do. There's no quick sell recovery, nothing. They're gone for forever. And I think the center back team of the year was very expensive, which was a problem with a lot of people that they had. The team of the years, when they were like when they were separately in packs, they kind of, you know, caused a bit of a panic, because everybody was seeing, oh, these team of the years are getting very expensive and they're getting harder and harder to pack. And we don't know what EA is going to do and whatnot, but I kind of just brushed it off. I didn't really care about the percentage it took or anything really. Like, you know, team of the years are supposed to be hard to pack. That's how I always viewed them. You know, we got lucky a couple years that we packed team of the year Van Dijk. FIFA 19 was the start of that. So going from FIFA 19 all the way to FC24, you know, it's been a couple years, but here we finally finish off our goated center mid. And GULLIT, I will say, might have sparked something in a lot of people, because, you know, when this card came out, everybody was like, oh, this GULLIT, he's a bit fatter, he's a bit thicker, you know, he's hard to turn, yada yada yada. But now people are using this guy at center back for their teams. Like, he's that good. So for us, just to give you a little preview, GULLIT does play CDM for us alongside Lavia Evo. And then once I want to do the subs, Lavia comes off for KANTE, GULLIT moves in for Silva, and then we change Silva into Enzo Fernandez, because we do have that winter wild card. And those are the most important subs, I will say, of that team, because they are insane coming off the bench, all of them. And then GULLIT in that center back role, he's just a tank. Like, he will destroy you in that center back role, which I think I did pick up that habit from seeing him on Twitter a couple times. I think they were like showing GULLIT at center back and how good he was. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try, see if it works out for me, because I was kind of nervous given the center backs that we have on this team. You know, we had Ivo Guehi still like performing and still trying to get us higher rated, because his finished Evo was going to be like an 88 rated center back, so we were very excited for that part. And then Thiago Silva was our other center back, and I was like, I don't know if I want to change either of them for GULLIT. I'm gonna be real honest, you know, because I kind of wanted GULLIT to be that box to box, stay back while attacking, which I know is kind of like contradicting to like what you want, but you know, that's the kind of the role that I wanted. him to be in. But now we've changed. We use a different formation, and I think you'll see that in the next video how we play it, because next video is gonna have a lot of the evos that I haven't shown you guys being completed. Like, we have a lot of evos completed, a lot. I think right now we have about 3 left to do, and I think during Team of the Year we might have had like 10 or 12, something like that. We had a crazy amount of evos that we had to do. So I think every day before I recorded the packs and stuff, I literally would try to do some progress on 1 or 2 evos, and then just go into recordings and do all this stuff. But you know, opening league upgrade packs kind of got really tiring at some point, so I just, you know, opened some store packs whenever I could, if I wanted to, because there were some packs in there that was just not worth it at all to even touch. So it was kind of like seeing the vibe, seeing what could be there or not. And yeah, you know, we got a good amount of stuff from the store packs. We got a good amount of stuff from, you know, our league upgrades. I think of the upgrades, I think Son might be like our best meta pack that player that we've pulled from all the league upgrades. Maybe you could argue there Bruno Fernandes was one of them, but you know, he had a SBC that came out, so like everybody was doing him. And here we got our king, we got our boy, we got our god. We finally got Didier Drogba on this account, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the long pause that you're seeing here, because this is unedited part, the long pause, like I literally jumped out of my seat and went to the Discord just to like show everybody, like, hey, we pulled a big boy, because he was nearing 1 million coins when we were doing this SBC. Like, he was so expensive, and I just could not fathom how expensive he was, because like 1 million coins, you know, I was like, hey, you know, if they make him an SBC, we could craft them, we could do all that. They never did, they still haven't. And packing him from that player pick literally could not get any better, because we finished GULLIT, we have Ashley Cole, and now we have Drogba. Like, are you kidding me? This is the best luck that I've had on this account for so long, because you've seen from the packs that we've had from every episode, like how we've done on this account. And this stretch right here was just like absolutely fantastic. So I was very happy to pull Drogba. You know, I played against him once, I think in Rivals, when we were grinding the Evos that required games in Rivals, and Drogba just destroyed me. I literally could not touch him with my players, which obviously were like bad players, but like I would say I'm slightly above average to where I could defend as good as I can with the players I had, because my 2 Evo center backs were Guehi and Nathan Ake, and we have Charles at right back with Chilwell at left back. So I was like, you know, they're a solid. It's a solid backline to defend against. And then Drogba's just like, nah, you know, he was in there, and I was just baffled. And then Drogba on corners is, last year and previous years when I've used him, he was good on corners, but this year my guy leaps. Okay, he jumps so high to get to that ball, and sometimes I literally miss the goal because he's so high up in the air that turning and hitting the ball with his head goes slightly over the bar like that. He does that a lot of the times, and I'm just like, all right, he's like jumping so high, so I try to get the ball closer to his head rather than his head getting closer to the ball, if that makes sense, so that the actual hit is on target every time. But man, I love using Drogba. And before we even got to FC24, when the announcement of women being in the game, I literally told my guys in the Discord that I wanted Drogba up top with Sam Kerr, and now we have that. And I literally go into champs like wanting to play with this team now because I have Drogba and Kerr up top. Like it's insane. I love it. As much as I hate the game a lot of the times, like having those two up top, I really enjoy attacking with them. And here we got Joe Cole. We finally got our one hero. He's always really cheap. I think at some point I had him for 30k, and then I sold him because I was like, the 30k into his card and then not do anything with it. It's not worth the loss of coins. So we sold him, and then we ended up getting him back here as untradeable. So I can't really complain. One thing I did want from this, if possible, was in fact the Ramirez hero card, either the normal one or the UCL one, because I think the UCL one might be like 1,000,000 coins right now, and the normal one is above 200k. So getting either one would probably be like the best thing for us, even though he is Brazilian. So the Prem links are the only thing that saves him, because I don't have a lot of Brazilians besides Thiago Silva, and Willian's not good enough to play on the field yet for the big team. But Ramirez, I was hoping if we did get him, he could do a job. Maybe we'll try him out at some other point in this game. But we're nearing the end of our Team of the Year journey, and this was a pretty long, pretty hefty one. We get Joe Cole there again, and we got one upgrade here. I skipped it because I think it was an 87. Yeah, it was a mead. At some point I literally just skipped some of the animations if it wasn't blue. And let me tell you, Luka Modric is probably the most often one that I pack, most common I should say. And then right in here again, it was a joy to see her every time coming from our packs, really. And I think this is the last pack, and we go into what is probably the most surprising thing of Team of the Year. And let me go through the motions for you real quick. So right now what you're seeing on your screen is a screenshot of Team of the Year Millie Bright. And now you might be wondering, why do we have a screenshot of Millie Bright? Why is there no video? Why is there no console walkout? Why all that stuff? So let me tell you straight up how it went. It was Friday morning. See that 7:16? That's how early it was for me as an American living in America. It was 7 in the morning. I was getting ready to go out, and Team of the Year was basically done Thursday night for me, because I can't be at home when 6 p.m. content drops for FIFA, which 6 p.m. UK or whatever, that's when it drops. That's what I refer to 6 p.m. As. But in reality for me it's like 12, right? It's at noon. So 7 a.m. means we have several hours before then. But I was getting ready to go out, so I was just done. And then I was scrolling to Twitter, and I saw some guy was like, oh, my pack luck went crazy last night. And I was like, man, that Millie Bright looks so good. I really wanted to pack her. Like I know I wanted Sam Kerr, but like Sam Kerr was too far ahead, because she was like 1.5 million plus. So like it was literally impossible. And then I was like, you know what? Let's go craft some stuff on our web app while I get ready to leave. And lo and behold, Millie Bright, I see the Team of the Year flares, and I notice blue and gold instead of like blue and whatever possible color it could have been, right? Because for honorable mentions, Salah was in there from the Prem. I know Trent is in there from the Prem. I don't know who else it could have been. I can't remember off the top of my head. But when I saw those blue flares, I'm being real honest with you, I thought we were getting Van Dijk again, because I have a screenshot from like 1 or 2 FIFAs ago where we got Van Dijk Team of the Year from the Webapp, and I thought EA was gonna toss me another Van Dijk, because that's all we've packed from Team of the Year. Every single Team of the Year, if we've ever had a pack pulled Team of the Year item, it was always Van Dijk. I've never packed anything outside of Van Dijk Team of the Year, and I thought that was gonna be him. And then I turn and see it's Millie Bright, and I literally lose my mind at like 7 a.m. I couldn't scream, but if I could, I would have. But there she is in all her glory. And in the next video, obviously, I'll give you like what the team looks like now. But yeah, that's our Team of the Year. That's how we ended. We got one. That's for our team. It's for our club. We actually managed to get one. It wasn't Sam Kerr, which, you know, I would have taken any day of the week, obviously, but I don't want to be ungrateful here that we got Millie Bright. We got our center back. And let me tell you, in game, alongside Thiago Silva, alongside GULLIT, she is one of my favorite defenders of all the FIFAs, probably. Even Team of the Year Van Dijk from like FIFA 19. She, for me, right? Because this is more like, this is a Chelsea card. This is a Chelsea Team of the Year card, which in the beginning of the year I didn't even think was a possibility, even for the women's, because, you know, I wasn't following them too closely. But now it's like, you know, there was chance of maybe Reiten getting in there. There was chance of Sam Kerr getting in there. I was seeing Millie Bright predictions, but now we actually have an actual Team of the Year item in our club that will stay with us till the end of the game cycle, and we will use her in FUT Champs games like every time that we have to, because, you know, I don't want to turn her into a red card because I like the blue and gold aspect with her kit. But man, if we could, I would in a heartbeat. But, you know, this is crazy, because I didn't do the Millie Bright Evo, because there was an Evo where if you got her Team of the Week, you could put her in an Evo, and that Team of the Week literally shot up to 100k. And at that point I was like, I'm not doing that, because she had 70 base pace. That Evo was not going to do anything for her. She was not going to turn out to be cracked, and I don't know why people were making her so expensive, because nobody was using female defenders in this FIFA like that. So I just avoided that at all costs. But now we have her, and let me tell you, I literally love this team. I love every single player on that pitch that plays for this team, and I cannot wait to show you what the team looks like in the next episode, after I show you every single evolution that we have done. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, please leave a like. Please comment down below how your Team of the Year went. I hope it was good. I hope it ended on a high note like we are ending on here, because like I literally cannot fathom that we have one. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.